Hey, so why am I doing this? Why vote for me? Why? I hope the same reason all of us. You know, it's we want to make a positive difference out there for the community, for people. You know, help build it all up. You know, one thing I noticed, like right off the bat, it always seems we're always focused on the wrong spot, the wrong objectives and stuff like that. Marines is where I got pretty much most of my, you know, who am I and help define as far as what I am. And I'll tell you, it's the elephant, the donkey. You know, what's a Republican, what's a Democrat? You know, there's not a single Marine out there that ever died just for a Republican or a Democrat. You know, we're all in this boat together. I mean, that's they talk about the elephant in the room. You know, this Amendment 1 thing that everybody's talking about. The religious freedoms or the religious rights that we have here in this country. You know, the way it's taught me at Paris Island, it's for as much do you have a belief in a God as to not have a belief in a God at all. But under the fact that we are founded under a religious country, you know, in God we trust, it's on our dollar bills. We have the national anthem, Pledge of Allegiance. They all mention God, you know. When it comes down to that fact, well, it was 7,500 Christians that went to represent the church that went down and said, okay, marriage it's one of our ceremonies that we give out, that you stand in front of and preach, and we want it defined to know what it is. I know there's a lot of people turning around saying, oh, don't let it pass, this, that, and the other. Well, at no point is it mentioning, you know, why we're doing all this. The state, they give out the benefits not because they recognize, oh, what you love. They recognize the fact that a man and a woman together can produce a child. That produces growth, you know. To have a man and a woman behind them, someone to say, or just have that structure behind them, helps nurture them, helps water them, helps them grow to be fruitful within society. The gays can raise kids, fine. And as a Toys for Tots coordinator, I've seen where tens and thousands of dollars have not been enough to give Christmas to these kids. It's every Christmas for 10 years. No matter what we raised, there was always more kids than there was toys and dollars raised. To say that they can go and raise a kid, hey, I cherish that idea. Let's call it what it is. Give them civil union. Let them go adopt a kid and have a family, fine. But marriage is one thing. I've read, not all the Bible, but 15 verses of it easy. And then 15 verses, you know, they tell you what marriage is. And to go against that is going against somebody's religious freedom. Sexuality and religion, they're two entirely different subjects. You know, sexuality, it is a choice. I know people say, we're born this way. You still decide what you do with your body. You know? I know that's one that, you know, that's one nobody's taking that side. I can't see why we should even be voting on it. The bigger issues at hand that we got is we're in Afghanistan and we've got 40,000 people right here just south of our border getting killed here in a drug war just off of one transit line. You know? I mean, the bigger issues that we have, I mean, as a commission, they're going to be zoning and taxation and stuff like that. Well, if you sit down and crunch the numbers on income tax alone, we have over $800 million raised in this area. So obviously we don't need any more taxes. We don't need any more zoning. We need to figure out how to make the ones that we have here work for us. You know, if you've got, I noticed on a zoning hearing that I went to sit in, what nobody asked to do is, hey, show us what you're wanting to do with this land. They all, well, the law says this, the paper law says this. The fact of the matter is that they've got 3 very nice, these same houses in the area that just because they changed the zoning, now they're not wanting to allow this to the new person coming on. Well, they're actually wanting to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in the community to build this, and they're not wanting to let them. Why not? Because the paper law says this. Well, you know what? Computers are easy. You can take a picture, generate something like that, and show it. Oh, wow, really? That's what you want to do? That looks good. I'm sure we should improve something like it. No, we shouldn't. They talked about the the way the world is, one of the great trips the Marine Corps gave me was they sent me to Norway. And when I was in Norway, I noticed that they're always voted the happiest place in the world. They have very little disease and STDs there. And the funny thing is, most of them are farming communities. Most of the people actually there, they walk and they ride bikes where they are. The city's really tight compressed, but as for the people, the thing that sets them apart is the gentle mentality that they were taught. That gentle mentality that they're taught is, it's integrity. It's heart. You know, the true backbone of ethics as far as what's going to make you a good person, you know what I mean? That goes back to having the family thing, it goes back to the structure. And that's all stuff that, you know, we as a people, the Democrat Party does not define it. And it don't define you. We define it. We define life as it is around us. And, you know, I'm not going to win the nicest dressed or the best hair award. You know, I can tell you that right off the bat. But as far as heart and commitment, as far as the things that we need to be doing as a society, you know, do we need to trample on people's religious rights? Absolutely not. Because that's what we're founded on. The people who can turn around and raise a family, hey, if y'all been together 3 years and y'all want to adopt a kid, and give them family, give them the same joint tax and stuff like that. Because then they're actually structuring an environment that's going to actually help do better for our community. You know? Anyway, I appreciate it. And thank you. Thanks for showing up.